IQ, powered by Comcast. With your host, Ken Rice. Battling this week are teams from North Hills, Baldwin, and McGuffey High Schools. Get your hands on your buzzers and let's play.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Giant Eagle Hometown IQ. I'm your host, Ken Rice, and we just give away points for showing up. You show up, we give you 100 points. That's the deal here. You can't beat that. In the opening round, we give you 10 more points for every correct answer that you give. However, if you buzz in and give an incorrect answer, we are forced to take 10 points away. So we call our opening round Start Smart, and I want to give you this one clue. Just to get things going, we give you the one clue. All of the answers we're looking for are going to contain the consecutive letters A-C-H somewhere in the answer, like in achieve. Okay, so there's an A-C-H within the answer of each of these answers, beginning with this, meaning thick skin. This word designates a rhinoceros or an elephant. McGuffey.
Pachyderm.
Pachyderm is right. So the ACH, I'm just realizing now, don't have to be next to each other. Okay. Your ear is linked to your pharynx by this tube of bone and cartilage. McGuffey.
The ostrichen tube.
Say again?
Ostrichen glove.
What do you think? Sorry, eustachian. Yeah, it's close, not quite close enough. I'm sorry. The first two names of this Baroque composer are Johann Sebastian McGuffey.
Bach.
Yes. Once bred to hunt badgers, this German dog has short legs, North Hills.
Dachshund.
And a long body. Dachshund is right. In the Trojan War, this vulnerable Greek hero slew Hector. McGuffey.
Achilles.
Right. Clingstone and freestone are varieties of this fruit associated with McGuffey.
Peaches.
Associated with Georgia. Peach is right. This is the medical name for your windpipe. McGuffey.
Trachea.
Trachea, yes. A pumpkin was turned into this sort of carriage for Cinderella. McGuffey.
Coach.
Yes. The rotational speed of a shaft is measured by this dashboard instrument. McGuffey.
Tachometer.
Right. Here's the last question in the round. There is great interest these days in this type of volleyball. McGuffey.
Beach volleyball.
Beach volleyball. That's right. And that's the end of the round.
Giant Eagle Hometown IQ is sponsored in part by Comcast. Comcast, proud to be Pittsburgh's cable company.
All right, our team positions randomly assigned before we begin. In the number one position for this game, it's McGuffey High School. Welcome, gentlemen. Tell us about yourself. Charlie.
I'm Charlie. I'm a junior, and I'm in the art club and on the tennis team.
What kind of art do you do?
Well, I paint, I draw, do sculptures.
Great. Little everything. Okay, and Devin.
My name is Devin Yohe. I'm a senior at McGuffey, and I'm on the cross country and rifle teams.
Cross country and rifle?
Yes.
Very good. And Sean.
I'm Sean. I'm a senior at McGuffey High School. I'm involved in just about every music ensemble there is, and composer of English nationalist music.
Great. And you're the one returning player from last season, so you've put these guys through the rigors. They're ready?
They're ready.
We'll take your word for it. We call this our database round, 20-point questions. No need to buzz. All the questions are for you. Also, no need to worry about points being taken away. Even if you have a guess and it's incorrect, it costs you nothing. Start you off with this for 20 points. Take a look at your monitor. Gas thing. You can get that thing off your monitor by rearranging the letters to name the site of a famous 1066 battle in Britain.
Hastings.
Yes. Paleontologist, philologist, gastroenterologist. If you thought you had discovered a dinosaur bone in your backyard, you'd most appropriately consult which of these experts?
Paleontologist.
That would be the one. Triton, Nereid. These are the two largest of the 11 moons orbiting what planet? 8 from the sun, and named for the Roman god of the sea.
Neptune.
Yes. All right, fill in the blanks here 2 different ways, and you'll name 2 very different Americans. What 19th century naval officer who opened Japan to U.S. trade, and what African-American woman whose actions began the 1955 Montgomery bus boycott?
Perry and Parks.
Matthew Perry and Rosa Parks. Nicely done. SEC, CIA, FBI. Which one of these 3 government organizations is not an independent agency, but is part of the Justice Department?
FBI.
That's right. And here's your last question, McGuffey. This quote: "You will never know how much it cost the present generation to preserve your freedom." These words to posterity were written by which of our founding fathers who became our 2nd president?
Adams.
That's it. McGuffey ending the round with 290 points. Well done. In the number 2 position, North Hills High School is with us. Amelia, tell us about yourself.
Hi, I'm a senior at North Hills High School, active in tutoring elementary students, running track, and volunteering at the Children's Institute of Pittsburgh.
What do you do there?
I volunteer with the pediatric unit there.
Oh, very. You work with kids. Terrific. And Caitlin?
Hi, I'm Caitlin, and I'm a senior at North Hills High School. I'm involved in the National Honor Society, SAD, and Spanish Club, and I also dance and play piano.
Very good. And Vanessa?
I'm a senior at North Hills. I'm the vice president of the Irish Club, and I do a lot of languages. I take French, Russian at Pitt, and Japanese at CCAC.
Wow, very impressive. Okay, take a look at your monitor now for your 20-point database questions, starting with this, right. What you need to do is rearrange these four letters to name the great disaster that destroyed most of London in 1666.
Fire.
Yes. A pirate, a farmer, an angel, a person who came to a masquerade party dressed as a buccaneer would be costumed as which of these?
Pirate.
Yes. Hayes, Garfield, 2 presidents here who served consecutive terms, both coming from what same Midwestern Buckeye state?
Ohio.
Yes. All right, fill in these blanks 2 different ways, and you'll name what 2 Americans, the colonial patriot who warned that the British are coming, and the 20th century pilot who first broke the sound barrier. Got a guess? Won't hurt you?
Revere and...
You're halfway there. It's Paul Revere and Chuck Yeager. Yeager is the pilot. All right, Kiev, Moscow, St. Petersburg. After the Soviet Union broke up, which of these cities was no longer a part of Russia?
Kiev.
Right, and here's your last question. It's a quote. The suspicion that more than half of the people are right more than half of the time. This definition of democracy was coined by what writer who wrote the classic children's book, Charlotte's Web?
E.B. White.
E.B. White is right. North Hills, good job. You're up to 210 points. And in the number 3 position, Baldwin High School is here. And they're the guys in the purple ties. Mike, tell us about yourself.
I'm Mike Ducker. I'm a senior. I'm president of our senior class, vice president of National Honor Society, and president of Key Club. I'm also our free safety for the football team.
Good. Off to a good start this season?
We're getting there. We're in the playoffs.
Okay, well, that's something. And Connell.
My name's Connell Scanlon. I play football and run track for Baldwin. I am a member of Spanish Club, National Honor Society, and the Model United Nations.
Very good. And T.
Yes, my name is T. Ryan. I'm a senior at Baldwin High School as well. I'm vice president of the senior class, vice president of Key Club, president of Spanish Club, and I play volleyball and basketball.
All right. Take a look at your monitor, gentlemen. Your 20-point database questions, starting with this. Lions crawl. Lions, of course, are proud animals, but if you rearrange these letters, you can name what British general who had to swallow his pride when he surrendered his army at Yorktown in 1781.
Cornwallis.
Yes, nice job, Charles Cornwallis. Okay, very different, all similar, constantly fighting. If you belong to a homogeneous group, the members of the group are which of these?
All similar.
That's it. Sicily, Sardinia. These are the 2 largest islands of what European peninsular country shaped like a boot?
Italy.
Yes. Fill in the blanks here to name 2 mythical women. The sorceress who helped Jason gain the Golden Fleece, and the beautiful woman whose abduction started the Trojan War.
Ceres and Helen.
You got half right there. Medea and Helen. Okay, Yemen, Syria, Egypt. If a present-day traveler journeyed to Mount Sinai, where Moses received the 10 Commandments, our traveler would be within the borders of what modern nation?
Syria.
It would be Egypt. And here's your last quote, question, Baldwin. A quote. Everything should be made as simple as possible. This is a quote from what scientist who nevertheless came up with the rather complex theory of relativity?
Albert Einstein.
Albert Einstein is right. Nice job, Baldwin. You're up to 180 points. And we're off and running. More Hometown High Q right after this break. Don't go away.
They're falling. Everyday prices are falling on thousands of products at Giant Eagle, which means your money goes farther on the items you buy most. It isn't a sale. There isn't a catch. It's simply one more way we're helping you save on every visit. Giant Eagle. Make every day taste better.
Come on, guys.
This year, make everyone's holiday brighter.
3, 2, 1. Dashing through the snow.
With Video Mail, free with Comcast high-speed internet. Plus, shop, make travel plans, and get everything done up to 3 times faster than DSL. Share the joy.
It's your side of the family.
With Comcast high-speed internet and Video Mail. Just $19.99 a month for 3 months.
When you wake up in the morning and you look outside and it's been snowing all night, you really need to know how much snow we've had and how much more we're expecting before you can leave your house. With Viper, we can get a better idea of how much snow has fallen, where the most snow has fallen, what we also have coming our way if another snowstorm is about to hit. Obviously, people in the morning need to know these things so that they can get out the door more safely. I tried to get people ready for the day.
Get through the winter with the area's most watched weather team, morning, noon, and night.
This time we were ready for it.
Welcome back to Hometown Haiku. Let's take a look at our scores before we head into our next round. McGuffey High School with a strong start. They're at 290 points in the lead. North Hills at 210. Baldwin right behind him at 180. In this round, all the questions have to do with pictures on your monitors. These are 10-point questions. Once again, you have to buzz in for a chance to answer, and we do take you up or down in this round. We call this the Hometown Haiku Picks File. Starting off with this is a French warship, fittingly named for what girl warrior who rallied France's army? McGuffey.
Joan of Arc.
In the 15th century, Joan of Arc is right. The mythical Daphne changed into a laurel tree rather than surrender to what Greek god of light? Baldwin?
Apollo.
Apollo is right. The title of this Kandinsky painting refers to the small German town of Murnau, located in what European mountain range that includes the Matterhorn? 10 points, McGuffey.
The Alps.
The Alps is right. Take a look at this now. Tell me the value of this expression. Baldwin.
0.
That was quick, and it's right, 0. This is one artist's view of suburbia, specifically what Long Island County that shares its name with the capital city of the Bahamas. Anybody there, McGuffey?
Nassau.
Nassau is right. Modern volunteers are seen here reenacting the 1876 battle, where what American cavalry officer led his troops into an ambush at Little Bighorn? McGuffey.
Sherman.
Custer.
I'm sorry. We got to go with what the captain says, and that would be the answer is Custer, but I don't think we can accept that. Sorry. Looking somewhat shocked, Orson Welles told reporters he had no idea a panic would result from his 1938 dramatization of what H.G. Wells, McGuffey.
War of the Worlds.
Story about an invasion from Mars. War of the Worlds is right. In 1918, what German physicist received the Nobel Prize for his work on black body radiation, regarded as the father of the quantum theory of modern physics? Anybody there for 10? Baldwin?
Einstein.
It's Max Planck. This ancient mosaic represents what mythical female monster, a Gorgon, whom North Hills?
Medusa.
Whom Perseus had to kill without looking at her face. It is Medusa. Last question in the picks file now. Among the Pawnee Indians shown here is a warrior whose name is shared by what Midwestern state? McGuffey.
I don't know.
Midwestern state that names an 1820 compromise. The answer there is Missouri. That's the end of the picks file, and McGuffey holding on to the lead. We'll take a break. More Hometown Haiku right after this.
This week's judge from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette is Gretchen McKay, Holmes writer.
With a rock-solid education from Slippery Rock University, you're going places. Where exactly? Let's say you major in a foreign language, or perhaps your interests lie in business management. Maybe your dream is to perform music, or you love working with children. Want to know more? Call Slippery Rock at 1-800-SRU-9111 or log on to sru.edu. A rock-solid education from Slippery Rock University. Where will the rock take you?
This is going to be the best holiday ever, Rudolph.
Yeah, but where'd you find those new elves?
Here at the North Pole, fire means life.
Hey, watch the torch.
Ouch! This CBS team is red hot.
Is it just me, or are my movements a little jerky?
Fascinating. Hop aboard, everybody. It's showtime.
Hey, Rudy, crank up that nose. Here we go.
Happy holidays from CBS.
At KDKA TV, we cover breaking news, morning, noon, and night, and it takes its toll on our news trucks. Dents, dings, and scratches. That's what happens after thousands of miles through back streets, construction detours, and, of course, potholes. They're not always the cleanest or prettiest, but they're out there every day where you live, covering local news as it happens. And you can't cover breaking news without getting some battle scars. Looks aren't everything. Covering breaking news is KDKA TV News. See the advantage.
Welcome back to Hometown High Q. Let's take a look at our scores and say hello to our team's coaches. McGuffey High School is holding on to the lead with 310 points. Devin, please introduce us.
This is Mrs. Harris. She's our academic coach and the gifted teacher for the whole McGuffey School District.
Nice to have you here. Thanks for supporting your team. North Hills has 220 points. Caitlin?
This is Miss Greenaway. She's a gifted ed teacher at our school and also the National Honor Society sponsor.
And you've had a chance to discuss this. Who's the best-known graduate of North Hills Senior High School? Some people would say LeVar Arrington. Yeah. When we discussed this off camera, you failed to say Dan Braddock, who is, of course, the producer of Hometown High Q.
Sorry.
Watch your score. Points may disappear. Baldwin has 190 points. Connell.
This is our math teacher, Miss Hausman. She's also basically our gifted instructor because we don't have one.
Well, that's good enough. We'll accept that. All right. In this round, we mix things up just a little bit. The packets in front of me are filled with questions on a variety of subjects. Each team gets to choose a packet for an opposing team. So, North Hills, let me start with you. Which packet will it be for McGuffey?
2.
Number 2. All right, McGuffey, here come 8 questions, 20 points apiece. Get them all right. Go 8 for 8. We give you a 25-point bonus. We call this the Hometown High Q Advantage Round. Start you off with this. An ancient Assyrian word meaning sunrise or east is the root of what name we give to the largest continent?
Asia.
Asia is right. In what may lead to the creation of a new fabric, Chinese researchers can now make thread from what element whose symbol is C?
Carbon.
Carbon is right. In April of 1965, worshipers at a church in Charlotte, North Carolina, included what Confederate president who had fled to Charlotte from Richmond?
Jefferson Davis.
Right. On your screen, take a look at this science question. Germanium, silicon, tungsten. Which of these 3 elements is not frequently used in transistors and semiconductors?
Germanium.
The answer there, tungsten. Some countries are separated from neighbors by rivers, but part of the English-Scottish border takes what man-made form thanks to the efforts of the Roman Emperor Hadrian?
Hadrian's Wall.
That's it. To title his grim novel about life in the Chicago stockyards, Upton Sinclair chose what title that sounds like a tropical forest?
Jungle.
The jungle is it. Take a look at your screen now. For this math question, evaluate this expression when x equals 1.
9.
9 is right. Here's your last question, McGuffey. Andrew Johnson violated the Tenure of Office Act and so gave Congress an excuse to impeach him when he fired what Secretary of War? That's a tough one. The answer is Edwin Stanton. I believe you went 6 for 8. Strong round. McGuffey, nice job. You're up to 430 points. Baldwin, up to you now to select one of the remaining packets for North Hills.
3.
Okay, here you go, North Hills. 8 questions. Get them all right for the bonus. They are worth 20 points apiece. When colonial minister Increase Mather wrote about cases of conscience concerning evil spirits, he was referring to trials for what crime associated with Salem, Massachusetts?
Witchcraft.
Yes. When Washington made his famous 1776 trip across the Delaware River, he was headed for what spot that is now the capital of New Jersey?
Trenton.
It is Trenton. Had you been around in 1066, you could have seen not only the Battle of Hastings, but also what comet that appears periodically and is named for an English astronomer?
Halley's.
Yes. Take a look at your screen now for this science question. A beam of parallel rays is reflected from a plane surface. After reflection, the rays will be diverging, parallel, or diffused.
Diffused.
They will be parallel. In 1935, a motorcycle accident took the life of what British adventurer who had gained fame leading Arab forces during the First World War? That's Thomas Edward Lawrence, also known as Lawrence of Arabia. A Native American called Uncas is the last of what North American Indian tribe named in the title of a book by James Fenimore Cooper?
Mohicans.
Last of the Mohicans. Take a look at your monitor now for this math question. If line AB is a straight line, X will equal how many degrees?
10.
10 is right. Here's your last question. 1976 not only marked the bicentennial of our nation, but also the 200th anniversary of The Wealth of Nations, written by what Scottish economist? A guess won't hurt. It's Adam Smith. So North Hills, you've boosted your score to 320 points. Well done. All right, here you go, Baldwin. Packet number 1 waits for you. No one's gotten the bonus yet. See if you can do it by getting all of these right. Had there been a summit conference held during biblical times, the Egyptians would have sent their king, who bore what title, meaning great house?
Pharaoh.
Pharaoh is right. The islands of Victoria and Prince of Wales sound as if they'd be in the English Channel, but in fact they lie in what northernmost ocean that caps the globe?
Arctic Sea.
Arctic, yes. Many historical agreements are called pacts, but the word compact names what historical agreement that bound the Pilgrims together after their voyage to America?
Mayflower Compact.
That's right. Take a look at your screen for this science question. Along the internodes, especially on young twigs, tiny pores are present which allow gas exchange between the atmosphere and the stem interior. These are termed stamen, leaf scars, or lenticels.
Lenticels?
It is lenticels. France's Louis XIV might have fulfilled his pledge to annex Spain had he been able to remove what mountain range separating Spain from France?
The Iberians?
The Pyrenees is the answer there. In the Arabian Nights, what man was faced with major problems when his wife traded his dingy old magic lamp for a shiny new one?
Aladdin.
Aladdin is right. Take a look at your screen for this math question and solve for X.
$36.
36 is right. Here's your last question, Baldwin. Cuba is an independent country today, but it might have become an American state had what 1854 manifesto achieved its aim.
Ostend Manifesto.
That's it. Nicely done. Baldwin, you're up to 330 points. 1 round to go. McGuffey High School still out in front. We'll take a break. More Hometown IQ right after this.
Giant Eagle Hometown IQ. Giant Eagle. Make every day taste better.
They're falling. Everyday prices are dropping on thousands of items at Giant Eagle. New store-wide savings on the products you buy most. It isn't a sale. These are lower everyday prices. It's simply one more way we're helping you save on every visit. Giant Eagle. Make every day taste better.
In just 1 month, over a dozen KDKA investigations, and in the end,
Allegheny County District Attorney has now launched an investigation.
These allegations are serious ones. There is no excuse whatsoever.
Katie investigator Andy Sheehan told you last night how it happened, and now his report has some physicians calling for change.
The KDKA investigators get the advantage.
They excel in the classroom, on the field, and in life. To nominate someone to win the Extra Effort Award, stop into a Subway restaurant and pick up a form, or send a letter to me, Bob Pompiani at KDKA. The Extra Effort Award, sponsored by Subway. Eat fresh.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Time for Overly's Country Christmas. Enjoy the magic of Christmas Village, sleigh rides, children's activities, carols by the bonfire, and of course, more lights than you can imagine. Overly's Country Christmas now through January 2nd.
Monday, starting at 5, see what could be lurking in your home that cost homeowners over $1 billion last year, and what you can do to keep it out of your home. Then, it hasn't been used for over 70 years. So how will this tunnel help relieve traffic problems for thousands of local drivers? Monday on KDKA TV News starting at 5.
All right, as we head into the final round, here's how it looks. McGuffey High School in the lead with 430 points. North Hills has 320, Baldwin 330. In this final round, the questions were worth 20 points. Once again, you have to buzz in for a chance to answer. We take you up or down. Please note some visual questions are going to pop up in this round. Those are 30-point questions. We call our final round quick time. Good luck, everybody. Here we go. The Dream is the title of Drew Hansen's recent book about what civil rights leader who gave his I Have a Dream North Hills?
Martin Luther King.
Gave that speech in 1963. Martin Luther King is right. The Rainy Season is the title of a book about what sunny Caribbean country that adjoins the Dominican Republic on the island McGuffey?
Haiti.
On the island of Hispaniola. It is Haiti. Astronomers were surprised recently when they discovered a new crater on what large asteroid named for what Roman goddess associated with the Greek McGuffey?
Ceres.
Associated with the Greek Hera. The answer is Juno. On your screen now for 30 points. At the top right in the Salvador Dali painting, you see what legendary siren whose singing lured sailors to their deaths on the banks of the Rhine River? 30 points at stake. Nobody there. The answer, Lorelei. According to a recent survey, the country's funniest city is the town of Mankato. In what state, whose more serious capital city is St. Paul? North Hills.
Minnesota.
Right. With or without ketchup, each year, Americans eat how many hamburgers? Equal to the number 5 times 10 to the 9th power. Baldwin counting up the zeros?
5 billion.
5 billion is right. Although only a teenager, the fictional character Finney doesn't live long enough to reach the last page of what novel by John North Hills?
Separate Peace.
By John Knowles. Separate Peace is right. On your screen for 30, revenge is sweet and not fattening. This is a quote from what 1950s film director who is known not for revenge but suspense in such movies, McGuffey.
Alfred Hitchcock.
Such movies as Psycho and the Birds. Hitchcock is right. In 1878, the Treaty of Berlin resulted in the independence of what Balkan country whose capital is Sofia? Nobody there. The answer, Bulgaria. Surgeons have found they can cut down on post-operative infections if they give patients extra amounts of what gaseous element whose atomic weight is 16? Baldwin.
Oxygen.
Yes. Queen Victoria's gloomy taste in jewelry helped make fashionable what shiny black mineral whose name also identifies modern aircraft engines? Nobody there? Jet, as in jet black. On your screen for 30, one of the treasures of a Cyprus museum. This horned god dates from what age? Named for a metallic alloy of copper and tin. McGuffey.
Bronze Age.
The Bronze Age, right. There were 51 competitors in the first jumping frog competition held in 1928 in what county associated with Mark Twain's fictional Baldwin?
Calaveras County.
Fictional jumping frog, Calaveras is right. In August, major authors were replaced at the top of the bestsellers list by the report of what government commission? North Hills.
9/11 Commission.
That's it. He was 6 feet tall, but was 6 feet 6 in battle, said one historian about what French admiral whose fleet bottled up Cornwallis at Yorktown in 1781. Nobody there? The answer is de Grasse, Francois Joseph Paul de Grasse, and that's the end of the game.
Giant Eagle Hometown Haiku is sponsored in part by Slippery Rock University. Bring out the best in you with a rock-solid education from Slippery Rock University.
Okay, here's a look at how we finished this game of Hometown Haiku. Final score, 390 points. Good job today, Baldwin High School, the men in the purple ties. 400 points, second place finish for North Hills Senior High School. Thank you, North Hills. Well done today. And strong from start to finish, 490 points. A win today for McGuffey High School. Well done, gentlemen. We'll see you back here later in the season for the Haiku playoffs. Audience, come on down. Congratulate these players. Thank you for watching. We'll see you back here next week.
Watch next week as Dairy Area, John A. Brashear, and Butler High Schools battle on Hometown Haiku. It's Giant Eagle Hometown Haiku, powered by Comcast. With your host, Ken Rice. Battling this week are teams from Brownsville,